Namaste. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Vanessa and I'm here for, it's not really a message today, it's just talking about my journey and what I went through, and yeah, like, so you guys can get to know me a little bit more, and yeah, we can relate. There's all about relating, yeah? So I met my twin on the 1st of the 1st this year. It's almost been a year, so and it wasn't exactly the most romantic sort of story to start off with. Like yeah, like we were both on like a 2-day bender. We were partying all weekend or something for New Year's, so we weren't very clean, like in terms of like we were intoxicated and everything like that. So yeah, we kind of met. He felt something with me. I kind of didn't because I was with someone else at the time, but I was ending it with that guy. So it was kind of just a little weird sort of moment. And then yeah, I kind of like, because I was like, I'm done with guys. I just wanted to be on my own and really focus on myself in 2017. And then yeah, for some reason I kind of just like had this feeling. I'm like, oh, like I really want to see him. And he's actually cousins with a friend that I know, and she's quite spiritual, and yeah, it was kind of weird how he moved in with her and I knew her, and it was kind of just like, oh, like you're living with someone I know, and it's kind of cool. But yeah, I just wanted his attention, and I was like, why do I want his attention? Like, I want to be single, I don't want men, like I'm done. And I just really wanted him to give me attention. I was like, like I need you, I need to know you, you know? And then yeah, we kind of kissed, and it was just like, woo, like this was amazing. And then he was like really good. He was like doing everything for me. You know, I was like I felt like I was masculine at the start. I definitely was masculine. Yeah, he would do anything for me. He would drop everything for me. He would like organize to catch up, and like it was just like I had the man as someone who was so good to me, like so good to me. And I was just so like controlling and very kind of demanding, like whatever I wanted, you know, I got sort of thing. I was very kind of self-centered, and yeah, so that kind of was happening. And then I kind of like had this feeling, people I was friends with, they were saying he was from the darkness, so I was like, what the hell? And I feel like I'll talk about my darkness story one day. So I got a bit scared. I was like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. So I pushed him away. I was like, sorry, can't do it, done. And he was like, what the hell? Like, why? And it was like near Valentine's Day and stuff. And it's kind of like, no, like I can't be with you. So I like closed it off. He was very heartbroken, and I was like, sorry, like can't do it. And then I had his glasses, and I was like, oh, I've got to give him his glasses. So this was 2 weeks that we split up for, and then I was like, oh, I'll give you your glasses. So I went to give it to him, and he, like, I had this weird spark inside of me, and I was like, oh, like this feels different. And I was like, I think I've made the right decision. Like, what have I done? So I was like, I'm really sorry, but I think I made the wrong decision. He was like, oh my god. And then we like collabed, and then I saw a past life reader, and she was like, no, he's not from the darkness, he's your twin flame. Like, we had this moment one time, and he was like, I swear we're twin flames. And I was like, oh, I don't know, like maybe we're something, because I don't know, it's like I broke down one day because I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm feeling weird, but I really like you, I don't understand what's going on. So yeah, like we got confirmation from a past life reader, and then we were like, oh my god, we're twin flames, and we were so excited. And he was like, I knew we were. And I was still feeling weird. I was feeling all this fear in me, and I kept like being off on him. He's like, whenever you feel like that, like we'll work together and we'll try and like figure out what it is. And I'm like, I don't know why, like I feel very off. I feel like this fear feeling, like I feel like I like you, but I'm off, like I don't want to be with you, like you're something bad. And I thought it was my intuition, but it was obviously fear. And then I went into like a really bad, like dark night of the soul, and I was really bad. I had IBS as well, so I was just like in fear for like 3 months straight. It was awful. I was just feeling crap. He was trying to help me out. He was like, I didn't want to be with him, but I knew I wanted to. I don't know, I was so off, but I really loved him and I couldn't work out why. And he was so like full on with me, and he did everything for me, like brought me flowers to work and like just did everything that, you know, everything I ever wanted a guy, and I couldn't work out why I felt the way I did. And then I started creating really bad anxiety, and I don't know if it was from the partying or because I partied for a year and a half, like kind of straight. I didn't know why I was feeling the way I was feeling. I was feeling like off all the time. It was honestly brutal. It was such a brutal time in my life. I just was I couldn't understand what was going on, you know. He was trying to help me. He put all his time and effort in me to figure out what this was I was feeling, and did everything for me, absolutely everything. And it was just like, I took it for granted, and I was very masculine and very like all about me, really. And then I started to read books. He got me into books, and I started to read them, and I started to like learn about myself. And I think we kind of didn't work on the whole twin flame thing. We kind of just like, we knew we were, but that was it kind of thing. So I didn't really do much I did research, but I wasn't like full all in. I was like, oh well, I'm with my twin now, so you know, we're good, you know. But obviously we were doing the work, but I feel like we weren't very consciously aware, you know, of what was happening. So what happened then? Yes, and then I started getting like quite good. Like I was like, wow, the fit's going, like I'm starting to feel good. Finally, I'm starting to come into a really good place. And then all of a sudden he went into a bad place, and he was like, I feel like I'm not happy. I'm not really happy with you. Like, I feel crap. Like I don't really feel good. Like I think, yeah, I'm not very happy. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, we were just good. Like, you did everything for me, and I'm starting to feel good now. I'm trying not to be like self-centered. He's like very immature, and I was like, oh my god, like this isn't good. We're 8 years difference, so I'm 24 and he's 32. So I was like, oh, like what the hell? And then he was like, I'm sorry, I can't. I was like, what? Like, how can you do that? You like told me everything. Like, he loved me so much. He did everything for me, and I was like, how can you go from that to that? And it was like I went through the dark night of the soul, and he was there for me. And then when I became good and got out of that, he got back in, he went into it, and we've been separated since, like realistically, since June to now. I feel union's very close, but obviously it's in God's name and when it happens. We've caught up a couple times, but it's just been kind of like a sexual union. And it's good because I see that as activation. But yeah, like I know that he's still doing a lot of healing and work, and I've done a whole lot of work. Like I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for the separation. I wouldn't have gone into Reiki. I wouldn't have I always would have, but I wouldn't have been so dedicated. You know, for good from like June to August, I was like, I was really, I was so into my healing that I was kind of just like, so isolated and so on my own, and didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to do the healing because I wanted union so bad. And that's why I know what it feels like when you just want your twin so bad and you do everything you can, but sometimes, you know, I feel like in my case we're not together because yeah, there's probably a little bit more healing to be done to be final, but I also feel like I need to accomplish a little bit more things before we do. He's very good writing, he's very very into his music, and I was so inspired with him because he was like working towards something, and now I finally found my thing, and I feel like I need to grow my businesses a little bit more bigger before we come in union. So he's still the runner, if you call it that, but I do feel like for us it's just divine timing when we're in a good place in our businesses. And I connect with him in 5D all the time, and I pray to him every night. So that's kind of our story. It's like people say it's fresh, and it is fresh, but I've come so far in like 6 months. Like you don't understand. Like I've been spiritual. My proper spiritual awakening was in January 2015. But then like I shut it off for a while. I think I'll talk about that story in another video. And he kind of reawakened me, and I got out of the partying from him, so that was good. And I've just done so much healing, and I'm the person I am today because of all this. So you know, people say separation's so bad, but I just thought it was like, as much as it was so hard, because I think because I had something to compare it to. Like, I knew that we loved each other so much at one point. Or we always did, but at one point we're on the same level, you know. We're like, this is different, it's us against the world. Like, we were thinking of kids, or like everything, you know. And then all of a sudden I became quite good, and I came out of this dark night of the soul, and then he got into like an ego death or dark night of the soul, and he's still trying to find his way, you know. He's always been kind of undecided where he wants to go. So that's our story, and hopefully like you guys can relate to that a little bit. And yeah, so you guys can get to know me as Vanessa, not me as like a messenger, because, you know, I'm going through my healing as well. But honestly, I've come so far, and I'm at a point now where I can really help other people, you know. And that's why Reiki is my thing, and I know that I can find people's purposes through Reiki. I've seen it in like all the people I've done, and I just really believe that's my mission here. So yeah, I hope you guys like really enjoyed that, and please subscribe if it resonates with you. Please connect to me on Instagram, thebrokenhearted444. I post daily tarot cards every day. I also am working on a new project that I'm going to sort out in a couple of weeks. It's going to be very powerful, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. But I'm going to wait before I say anything. And yeah, but distant healing, like, I'm very confident. I know that the results I get from people in distant and in person are very great, and people walk away feeling very good. So I feel very confident in that, and I hope you guys feel guided to do that as well. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you then. Bye. Namaste.